Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, June 9th, 2020 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I understand the value of listening. And I literally have messages rushing in. We'll see if this tunes into the scope at all, but since I sat down, I have had the song Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid stuck in my head. I have not listened to that song in a very long time. So it has come out of nowhere, which means there is some kind of meaning. So maybe it's for you, or maybe it'll come about in the scope. But wow, it just keeps playing. So please tell me if it's for you somehow. All right, that being said, let me dig into the important message that is coming through. And it is connected to the astro. We have the moon in Aquarius. So moon in Aquarius can bring us into lofty ideals. And this morning, early in the morning, we have a square. So we have some resistance with Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus is our values. But what's really coming through really connects with the message that I said yesterday. That participation card, the body, mind, spirit, soul, heart energy. And what I'm feeling is, if these lofty ideas are up here, that's one thing. But if it is not grounded in the heart, it is not doing very much good for humankind. So, or earthlings. Let's just call them earthlings because there's more than just humans here. So, for earthlings, or for the universe, let's just go even broader. So we do want to ground through our heart. And this is on so many levels. I'm seeing it in so much around what's going on. You know, it's really amazing to have an understanding of vibration, which moon in Aquarius, it brings up the energy of vibration. And yet, we need to come to an understanding that vibration is sourced from more than just our thoughts. It is sourced from many different parts of us, and we're all doing work to shift in our vibration, and we're all shifting in vibration at any given time. So there is a lot that goes into it. You can't just be like, I am going to have my highest self vibration and just be like, here I am, this beam of light. You are always that beam of light. But sometimes there are clouds, and that's okay. Just like there's clouds in the sky. So again, we really do want to filter some of these high aspiring ideas through the heart of things. We are here to be human. We are here to be incarnate. We are here to experience. And part of experiencing, it is a roller coaster. So tune into that today. Tune into that with your values. Again, going back to those Taurus lessons that we harped on for a month. What is it that you value? You know, I personally value connection, and I value presence, and I value heart and soul centered. I want to say thinking, but I'll say thinking for lack of a better word in this moment. What is it that you value? And can you bring that forward? Because sometimes when you're stuck up here, we're not grounding into those values. And so, again, we may feel some resistance in that. We may feel like, but I know this thing. I know this thing about vibration. It's an example. I saw somebody talking about vibrations in regards to several of the things that are going on right now. Viruses and civil rights. And yet it really missed the heart of things. And so we can be brilliant here, but one of the lessons that we're all learning at this time is to stay open-minded. That's part of that Gemini energy. It's part of the experience of listening. And I want to say that I came up with this listening energy before, well, I didn't come up with it. It was not me. I listened to Spirit talk about listening before, we ended up where we're at right now. So, listening, it's a message from Spirit about tuning in to listen with compassion, to ground in your values with compassion and not just stay up here. Because when we stay up here, a lot of times we get really sharp wake-up calls to bring us back into our body. So do be very aware of that energy. I also want to say, Moon in Aquarius squaring Uranus, it can be very electrical energy, very mental. And so you may have synapses flying to and fro during the day. But again, do remember to ground in and do take that grounding straight through the heart. It won't hurt, I promise. Okay, so the other thing that we have going on, Moon in Aquarius connecting to Venus, trining Venus. Oh, Venus is also reminding us of what we value. Venus is also reminding us, hey, walk your talk, live the talk. Like, embody it. And when you embody it, people will learn from that example, and you don't have to, these words are harsh, but you don't have to shame anybody with I know better. And that's again part of that Venus and Gemini energy, Venus retrograde in Gemini. Listen. But again, it's this deep, going deeper than just these spiritual concepts, because that's what they are. They're a concept, and they can be utilized in a process, but by themselves, especially when you're missing that participation of the heart, no bueno. Okay. Okay. So fairly quiet astro. I mean, comparatively, compared to what we've been going through, but those messages were coming through pretty loudly. Just looking to see if I'm skipping anything. Healing by being true to yourself. Healing on that vibrational level by being true to the self. And again, it's not being stuck up here. It is getting fully embodied with this energy. I'm just looking at the chart, seeing if I'm missing anything. I was thinking about Pluto. Lilith is squaring Pluto. Lilith is squaring Pluto and Jupiter. She's oscillating around. She's in Aries again. Lilith square Pluto. These changes don't mean a thing if they are not soul embodied. Song that popped in my head. Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. So, full of music tonight. But again, the energy of being embodied, like that's like the whole of the energy in the astro that I'm feeling, like the whole of the message, get embodied. Lilith is like bedrock of the soul. Be true to yourself. These concepts that are up here, they are a piece, but they need to make peace with the rest of your pieces. Okay, so let's look at these cards. We want to get embodied. The flowering card. Embodied and grounded and in our personal compassion, remembering love. Oh my goodness. We're so good at that know-it-all thing, but wow, there's so much that we don't know. And I'm calling myself out too, you know, we're all in this. This is what it's like when we forget that heart. This is the poor brain up here coming up with brilliant concepts and yet so pulled away from every other part. Heart and brain need to come work together. Let's work together. Come on. That song is there next. The Rebel. This is going to go against some of the things that you've been taught. This is going to go against some of the people who have taught you some of these things. And yet, when you connect to your heart, progress will be made. Okay, I'm just leaving it there. You guys can connect the rest of the pieces. Interesting, weird scope, but Moon is in Aquarius, so let's get weird. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you, and you do have the power, and do stay curious, because none of us know it all. Namaste.